Hello and welcome back to another episode of Power Rangers Lore. Today we're going to be talking about Aisha Campbell, the second Yellow Ranger of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now, who is Aisha Campbell, and where did she come from? Well, before she was even a Ranger, she had a lot of buildup, unlike most times when it's usually just an episode or two, and then they're introduced as a Ranger taking over the last veteran Ranger. Well, she and Adam Park and Rocky DeSantos basically had a lot of buildup. It was right in the time period right before when half the team would leave for their peace conference, and they had to build up for these characters to explain why they were so important and why they'd be replacing the old members of the team. Now, she would first meet Tommy Oliver, Kimberly Hart, and Billy Cranston when they basically watched a baby roll down in a little cart away, almost basically dying. Thankfully, Adam, Rocky, and Aisha were able to basically skate down, stop the cart, and save the baby in front of everybody. Everyone got a round of applause, and they showed that, hey, these guys, they're good people, and at least they care. Now, what were they doing in Angel Grove when they were living in Stone Canyon, California? They were just visiting Angel Grove to basically represent Stone Canyon in a Team Ninja competition. Apparently, the rest of them were all martial artists and were coming to compete in this championship competition. Now, they would go against none other than the basically dark ninjas, as they're classified, what Lord Zedd really wants to recruit, but then changes his mind when he sees that these three new teens with attitude quickly defeat his new dark ninjas, and he goes, I have a better idea. I'm gonna kidnap these three guys, throw them in the dark dimension of despair, and corrupt them and turn them evil. Well, luckily the Rangers are able to rescue them in the nick of time, even though the thing was filled with snakes, spiders, scorpions, everything that is not so much despair-ridden, but scary, disgusting, and vermin-ridden. You know, at least in my opinion. You could have different opinions on those type of creatures, but that's just how I feel. However, in the process of being saved, the Rangers' identities are revealed after they had fought a creature known as the Serpent of Darkness. Now, Billy's helmet had to be removed, and Tommy and Kimberly going, well, crap, might as well reveal our own identities because there's no real matter, because once they see Billy, they're going to realize, hey, Billy's hanging out with us all the time. We are the same people. So they also reveal their own helmets, and Rocky, Adam, and Aisha are later taken to Command Center to meet with Zordon and are sworn to secrecy. You not to reveal the identity of the Rangers, or really, they don't really have a major threat there. Like, hey, we'll do something. Probably wipe your brain. Don't worry about it. Now, eventually, the three would move to Angel Grove permanently. How, why, and what about the rest of their family? We don't know. It just says they moved there, and we're just going to ignore the rest of that thing. Now, once fully moved into Angel Grove, they quickly become close friends with the rest of the Rangers, and would help them on several different occasions. Now, one of those would be when Lord Zedd would basically have a monster out there named Beamcaster, who would be able to put everyone in a trance, even the Rangers themselves. Now, the three were saved by Zordon and Alpha before they could be hit by the same signal, essentially, to basically enslave them. Now, why didn't they just save the Rangers? Well, they couldn't, because it was happening too fast and they were already under their control, and they had no way of reversing without basically having them already in the command center, wreaking havoc and possibly stopping the forces of good right then and there. However, they did not need much help because Aisha was very tech savvy, and she had great experience working at a radio station to repair a device that Billy had been creating to cancel the monster's brainwashing signal. Now, the machine had been dropped and damaged before Billy could actually finish it himself, and then he had been brainwashed completely there. And they would basically save the day, freeing the Rangers and going on from there to defeat the monster, showing once again that these three of teenagers with attitude are truly helpful. Now, this would be when the peace conference and three students, Jason, Zach, and Trini, are chosen to attend this peace conference in Switzerland. That would be when Rocky, Adam, and Aisha will take their place, and Aisha becomes the yellow Mighty Morphin Power Ranger from then on out. entrusted with the power of the Saber-Toothed Tiger Power Coin and the Griffin Thunderzord. That is also the same time period where they transfer directly to Angel Grove High and become regulars, hangouts with the other Rangers, and so much more, dealing with the antics of Bulk and Skull. However, Aisha didn't have any standout, truly episodes coming out there until eventually later on in the series when she gets her yellow ninja powers from none other than Ninjor himself, and controls then the Yellow Bear Ninja Zord, and then eventually the Yellow Shogun Zord. Now, during her time on the team, she would participate, in crucial roles in the defeat of a power monster known as the Hate Master. Now, this is truly a monster to be reckoned with. Now, she's the only ranger to escape its initial attack and turn the other rangers against themselves. Now, she was able to basically resist this whole thing, dodge any direct assault, and she was basically to do so alone, and was immune to most of its other attacks. Now, why was this? Well, she had a necklace that was given to her by her grandmother that was filled with love, and that love was able to cancel out the hate that the Hate Master was basically trying to stir inside of her. Now, using the love in the necklace, Alpha Phi was able to develop a machine that would purge the other Rangers of their hate, and that was how they were able to resist the rest of Hate Master's essentially attacks and basically powers over them. Now, it would also be in Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers that we get to see a younger Aisha. And this would be the time when Master Vile shows back up, goes, "I can take the Rangers on no problem. Why are you having so much problems here?" Reverts time and transforms the Rangers into kids. You know, fun times. Now, this would be another really big standout episode for Aisha. While the Alien Rangers are summoned to do battle and protect Angel Grove, the other Rangers are sent all over the world in different time periods in different parts of the world to find the Zeo Crystal and basically attach to it to get their Ranger powers back and restore them back to, well, their normal age. Now, Aisha, she would be given a quest in Africa in a small village which was in a state of destruction and surrounded by, well, basically just chaos and a lot of things going on. The surrounding wildlife was being attacked by villagers. Now, young Aisha meets a young girl named Tanya Sloan and manages to find the Zeo subcrystal. However, instead of returning back to her team, Aisha says she's going to stay in Africa, offering to use her veterinarian knowledge to try and help cure the aggressive wildlife and figure out any rift that's going on here between the village and the wildlife going on. Now, she instead sends a young Tanya back to the command center, who is probably really confused by what's going on at that point, and gives her the Zeo Crystal in her place, aware that she'll be able to earn the course of her family's history in doing so. And would, because it has to do with time travel, and there's a whole bunch going on there. Now, this gets complicated, because remember, she is a small child. However, when the Zeo Crystal restores time, Aisha regains her adult form when the crystal is restored, and she sends a letter and a tiki of Ulrich the Conqueror to Tanya, who's living with the current Pink Ranger, now, which is Kat at the time, in much the way that Tanya had been living with Kimberly back in the time. It gets complicated, but yes, they switch out there, and they explain hey, I'm still around, don't worry about it, this is all going well. So it shows that she still cares and a lot more going on there. But that'd be the last time we know of, well, Aisha Campbell. However, she is mentioned in Dino Thunder, which is a lot of things were mentioned in Dino Thunder due to the history that was compiled by Tommy Oliver. Wow, I really messed that one up. Basically, it's a little diagram, a little video that shows up, hey, this is the history of the Power Rangers, and it's a little, basically, show, hey, young Rangers, here you go, this is what you guys need to know. Now, in the Super Mega Force, like Trini and so many others, the legendary battle it shows up, and we don't know who's involved in the suit there. It could be Trini, it could be Aisha in the yellow suit, we don't know. It's completely uncertain about who shows up in the legendary battle because the actress didn't show up there to reveal her helmet, but it leaves a mystery. It could be Aisha, it could be Trini. It really doesn't matter, but it's a question that a lot of us would like to know. Now, in Beast Morphers, It is believed that Aisha was the one that Yellow Ranger that showed up in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, not Trini, as they both share the coin at the time. Now, it's complicated, but a lot of people believe that in that battle against the Chimera Zord, she joins her team to form the Megazord and defeats the Evox monster Chimera Zord at the time, along with the other Dino Rangers, essentially. But it's never confirmed totally, but it's heavily suggested that it is Aisha. Now, in another universe, she still plays the Yellow Ranger in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but that is against, in the movie universe of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie set in the year 1995. Now, in this, I bring this up because it's pretty interesting. She is the one who basically watches Zordon get killed in the thing, comes back, they all go to try to save Zordon, going to another planet to get these legendary powers of the Ninjetti, and she learns that her spirit animal is a bear, which eventually she does get when she becomes the ninja version of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in the 3rd season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. However, the interesting thing is her suit slightly changes, where she has basically flashlights on the tops of her heads, and her power coin in the center of her armor. It's pretty awesome there. I do like the addition to the lights at the top there, and she would get her Zord and pilot it like a Zoid from the old show named Zoids against Ivan Ooze's monsters, and would do pretty well, finishing off when she combined with the rest of them to form their own Megazord. Now, it is not much of a difference, except for this series is not canon, basically because it separates 2 different universes, and they had a changing of how they got their ninja powers. Now, the last time we even see her or get talking to her is in the world of the Coinless, basically the alternate universe where Tommy decided to stay evil and becomes Lord Draken. Now, in this one, it's basically very few informations there. She is shown as a member of the resistance force known as the Coinless, and dons the yellow armor, or saber-tooth sentry armor, and fights against basically Rita Repulsa's zombie army. That's pretty interesting there, but that's kind of the last time we see her for this time period. Now, we might see more of her because she's now in the comics of Boom Studios, as well as in the world of the Coinless when they talk about one of these more what-if scenarios. That is Aisha Campbell. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There's a lot more to her character and storyline. We just basically did a quick breeze through. She has a lot more interesting storyline going on. I know that the actress felt a little snubbed out when she was supposed to get 10 episodes in her final debut, but only got 2 in the overall storyline. But hey, we can't go back in time and change things, and I hope they give her a redemption story eventually. Thank you guys, have a good one, and may the power protect you always. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, guys. All your comments really helps out the channel grow. I am almost to 1,000 videos, and make sure, guys, to check out my new giveaway video. We'll be doing giveaways every Sunday from now on out. So this Sunday, we have a giveaway for the new Tengu Warrior Lightning Collection. After that is released, I'll be doing another giveaway for another Lightning Collection, and maybe eventually that Wild Force Power Ranger helmet. Thank you, guys. Have a good one, and may the power protect you always.